Deck Tech Chat! YouTube, it's Deck Tech time. This time for a little bit of Domain Zoo by Shadow Titan. We got a couple copies of Consign Memory in the main deck for consigning your own Flage, and it's also kind of just generally good in the meta right now. So we got a couple copies of Consign, 3 copies of Separate Nile, Hard Counterspell, kind of negate for this deck because you have everything that has 4+ power except for Ragavan. 4 copies of Lightning Bolt for some burn, and early removal. We got 4 copies of the Ragster, no copies of Tribal Flames, but we got 4 Kavu and the 4 Scion for our 2-drops. 4 copies available of the Mirror Breaker as a little bit of redundancy and card advantage, and it also lets you copy Kavus in the late game or Scions in the late game, which is pretty nice. Then we got our 4 Guild Packs together with our 4 Scions and the 4 Leyline Bindings as a 1-mana removal spell. Mana base wise, we got a couple copies of Arena of Glory, and then every single land in the deck will cast Flage because it either adds a red or white, which is a Blood Crypt for the red, Lush Portico for the white, Plains for the white, white off of the Indatha Triumph, Steam Vents gives you red, Temple Garden gives you white, Thundering Falls gives you red, and everything else is a fetch land. Sideboard wise, we got a couple copies of Consign for Eldrazi, and also just to scam more Flages if you want. Additional copy of Stubborn Nile for the combo decks, a couple copies of Nile Spellbomb for Graveyard Hate, Doorkeeper Thrall, which is pretty synergistic with our Flage, because we can flash in Doorkeeper Thrall and then play Flage and have it be a 6/6, but it's mostly for the white-black matchup. Pyroclasm, Pest Control, both of these are for energy. Torpor Orb is for white-black as well, Clarion Conqueror for the Mox Opal decks, a couple copies of Mystical Dispute for the Frog decks, Wear Tear also for the Mox Opal decks, and then Wrath the Skies for energy or affinity. I don't understand the Zoo hate. It seems to be the least favorite deck among modern players, which I don't really understand. I feel like it's a cool deck. It's because we cut Wild Nacatl, huh? Think it's Leyline Scion. Maybe. I was trying to understand the disdain for Zoo. This was not even playing Tribal Flames. That's the crazy part. How you doing, Hyper? I don't know. People used to go crazy for Zoo back when I was playing like Neoshiba Brawler and Wild Nacatl. That's because it was bad. Yeah, it was. It certainly was pretty bad. But now we do have Leyline Scion. Oh, I should have cast their Mox Opal. Oops. I missed out on a free mana here. Because I actually had the treasure token plus the Scion. Yo, Goody, thank you for the Prime the 10 months. I appreciate you. Welcome back. I might still lose to Urza Saga here. Ah, Kappa Cannon here. Well, that's pretty beefy. Drew a Fable. Well, I guess we attack with the Scion and then play Fable. Really sad that I didn't cast their Mox Opal. Stupid pass dingo. Not looking at what he hits off the Ragavan, assuming that it would be dead for us. Yeah, this might raise us pretty well. Although we do have a Flage. They're going to have Urza Saga Construct plus Shadow Spear as well. So I think I might lose. I think Leyline Slide on turn 2 is not going to be good enough here. We'll see if we can flood the board fast enough, though. It's going to be a close one. Let's discard the Flage and the Ragster. Another Flage. Uh, 4 plus the 6, 10. Not quite going to be good enough here. I think we fetch in response. Get some of these lands out of our deck. Alright, leave that on top and say go. Attack with everything. I don't think I'm ready to lose these creatures. They'll just get eaten. I sure would make a treasure token, though. So I imagine they make Construct, they grab Shadow Spear. What's up, Jad? How you doing? And 13, holy schmoly. This is not reasonable. They just aren't equipping Shadow Spear. Which is kind of wild, no? I mean, it doesn't really matter because they have like a bajillion flying blockers, but they have so many flying blockers. Do I still want this Leyline Binding on top? Maybe not. I don't think I win this. But I guess it depends on what they do also. Well, if they block like this, they're gonna die. Okay, they didn't mess up their blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right, they didn't mess up their blocks. That is quite the problem, isn't it? Huey, thank you for the tier 1 of 28 months. How you doing, Huey? Kind of bone, chat. If I spend the Leyline Binding here, I'm just going to eat it to the Shadow Spear. So I guess I have to do this. Hope I survive. But even then, I need to draw a land to escape Flage. 18. I think I'm still dead, right? Yeah, I'm just dead on boredom. Clarion Conquer, Wrath of the Skies, Wear Tear, Pest Control. Ragavan doesn't seem that good. Cut those. Maybe cut Stub. I want to cut both Stubs. Just play Consigns instead. Pinnacle Emissary is a crazy card. When I guess to pop off and play like a turn 2 Kappa Cannoneer, this deck's so hard to beat. Oh, my sub counts is -1 again. Dang it, streamer bot. I just want you to work. For once. There you go. How hard was that, streamer bot? Awkward Arena of Glory. Somebody put their commander card in my modern format again. Your standard deck costs 900 bucks. That's like Cons of Tarkir standard era. Everybody's playing fetches. Same energy. Uh-oh. Not so happy about drawing this. Yeah, Kappa Cannoneer. Looks like they're holding a Metallic Rebuke, so I probably don't want to commit anything here. I think I am going to consign this, though. Tap out for the Kappa. Think you hit the wrong trigger? What do you mean? Seven, seven. Oh boy. Another one. We need to find a rat this, guys. I think the last card's Metallic Rebuke. The last card's Metallic Rebuke. I'm not winning this game. Okay. Well, that was not close. Got fucking rolled. I don't think this hand's keepable. Early Kappa Cannoneer is just so easy now. And Kappa Cannoneer is just a nightmare for decks like this. Thought Scour, Orcish Bow Masters. Well. Alright, just a fatal push. Dash the Ragster. I wonder if we would have won that game. What if I cast their Mox Opal? Affinity is probably the best Urza Saga deck. Maybe second best Urza Saga deck. Turn 1 Kappa Cannoneer is like the actual dream. Luckily, my opponents have not had turn 1 Kappa Cannoneer against me. That requires such a specific 7-card hand. They have to have Bowmaster at some point, right? Fable. Let's dash the Ragavan. Get him to do something. No, Emery's too slow for Affinity. Alright, I don't really want to get my Fable counter spell, so I think I just pass. Force negation into the graveyard. Yeah, turn 1 Cap again. There's super high roll. It's possible, though. You just need to have, like, land, Pinnacle Emissary, 4/0 drops, Cap Cannoneer. One of them has to be Mox Opal. I think we Flage plus Bolt this thing. I like the answer is probably yes. These Fables have looked pretty awkward. Alright, well, let's play Fable. I feel like this should be a matchup where Fable, in theory, should be good, but it's just costing me my entire turn to get countered. Yeah, let's get Flage back from the graveyard. I think I'm pretty dead, though. They have, like, any interaction in their hand. There's an Emperor Bones. They actually could have flipped that up and adapted it. They really wanted to. Play Beltry. Soon. Mayhaps this week we'll play some Beltry. Alright, do they have nothing? Kaito. I wonder if their hand's just full of spell snares. Excuse me. Had allergies all morning. Mystical Dispute, Nile Spellbomb. Lightning Bolt doesn't seem that good against them. Could probably cut like 2 Lightning Bolts here and the Consigns. Take another stub. And let's cut a Bragavan because they do have the Bow Boys. Whenever this giant card bug gets fixed, it'll be a brighter day for Magic Online. Sure. Get Triome into Steam Vents. It'll be the day Wall of Roost gets fixed. Man, Wall of Roost was bugged for how many years? 8. Yogg players were in shambles. Break me up with Dingo Yogs. That'd be the 3rd league of the day. This one's going pretty quick though, so maybe not too long until the Yoggers. I remember you, Dragon. Bony Zony. I'm just gonna Flage the Bone. Spins the Spell Snare. The 5/6 legend. I'll have you know. 5/2. Frog, huh? No, my Flage. Mini. Midi, thank you for the tier 1 in the 10 months. He's actually like 410 on a good day. No. Second Dragon. Is it the hit 1998 movie Double Dragon? I could actually haste both of them too. Why are we here? Just to haste some dragons? I'm a dragon. All right, move this chair up. This is not comfortable. Back to being 5'6". Glorybringer quaking in his boots. No. All right. I have a confession to make. I don't actually own Crocs. I think Crocs may be the least comfortable shoe I've ever put on my feet. Didn't they have lethal? Didn't they have lethal? I'm at 17. How do they have lethal? Wait, what? What am I missing? Am I missing something, chat? I feel like I'm in a fever dream right now. Yeah, Flage does not stay in attack. Flage just dies as soon as it comes out of the Emperor Bones trigger. You know, that's not how Emperor Bones works with Flage. If you adapt Emperor Bones, you take Flage, it just does 3 damage. It's just a lightning helix. That's it. It'd be crazy if Flage actually stayed, though. It also exiles the Flage for whatever it's worth, because it gets the finality counter. Now, GG's. We get our Triumph. We got decimated by Affinity. Remember when Blue Black Frog was good? I have a hot take. That deck was never good. Is that a hot take? I feel like it's actually like a lukewarm take. That take's not hot. Yeah, it was pretty good against the ring decks as long as you had counter magic for the ring decks. Because if you didn't have counter magic for the ring decks, you'll lose to ring instantly because you have 0 ways of taking it off the table. Woo-wee! Yeah, you could bounce with Sink to Stupor after they already drew like 3 cards from it. You're like, okay. Bounce with Sink to Stupor. Flawless victory. Brings me back to the good old days of playing the arcade Mortal Kombat. I'm actually going to stub this. Actually, do I even care? They're going to take my Fable. I gotta get a Steam Mens. If I get a Steam Mens, I already have a Steam Mens in my hand. Alright, we'll stub it. We'll deny them the information. Ruined. I'm ruined. FOMO. FOMO discarding Gristlebrand. Is this the TZ special? Rumbies. Atraxa, Thoughtseize, Atraxa, Fatal Push. They take an Atraxa to their hand. All right, TZ. I'll make you a deal. If I lose to this deck, I will play it because I know how badly you want me to play this deck. Since I spotted it out in the wild. Bye-bye. Pass. Ulapog. Yeah, luckily for me, there's nothing in the exile yet. Does this build have a Sacred Foundry in it? There's no Sacred Foundry. Wow. Atraxa. Yeah, no Foundry, 2 Steam. That's kind of weird, right? Is this from a Street Fighter 2? And what is this from? Chimera Puzzle Island? It sounds like a Street Fighter song. Nile Spellbomb, Stub. Do I want Consign in? Maybe not. Big Ragavan. Think Consign is solid? Okay, I'll leave 2 in then. Big Spellbomb. Do I want Doorkeeper Throw? It's not bad against Atraxa. Let's bring it in as a fun up against Atraxa. Yeah, it's got 2 Temple Gardens as well. I guess the idea is like you don't really want to fetch Sacred Foundry ever. Because Sacred Foundry goes well with Breeding Pool, and you don't want to play Breeding Pool either. So I think it makes sense, but it's just kind of weird. Turn 1 Consign, turn 2 Kavu. I'm probably not consigning anything on turn 1. Is turn 2 Kavu good enough? Foundry's awful in the opener. Yeah, it makes sense. I don't think there's ever a world where I want to consign this. How do you typically do against Affinity Shadow? Because we got absolutely ruled by Affinity round 1. Just lost to a 16-16 Kappa Cannoneer despite us having Leyline Scion on turn 2. Maybe that's a match where you need Mystical Dispute. Another one. Arden. Could leave up Consign or Binding. Leaving up Binding is probably better. Exile, Gristlebrand. We'll say go. Yeah, there's only like 1 copy of Clarion, right? Just a single copy of Clarion. You got 1 Pest Control, 2 Wrath Disguise, 1 Clarion, 1 Wear Tear for Affinity. I guess you bring in the Mystical Disputes also, which is something I think I forgot to do. So maybe I just boarded poorly by not bringing in the Mystical Disputes for Kappa Cannoneer and Pinnacle Emissary. It's kind of weird boarding in Mystical Dispute against Affinity now, but I think you have to. Spins a shifting woodland. Turn 1 Ragster on the play against E-Tron. Sign me up. Do they have the double green? I don't know. Gemstone Cavern. Exiling Chalice of the Void. Yeah, I know Woodlands taps itself. No, my Ragster. Disaster. Absolute disaster. Gotta go get a map. I don't even know if it's worth bolting this Deseret. Probably have to, though. This Gemstone Cavern's doing so much work right now. Steam Vents. Remember when everybody was sideboarding a single Gemstone Caverns? Yeah, I was doing that in Scam for a little bit, too. I have an idea, chat. I don't want to play the Kavus out here in case they have something like Dust, but I'm pretty happy committing the Scion because it's a colorless permanent. And then we could potentially haste 2 Kavus next turn, depending on what they have. Might be the move. See what kind of payoff they have. They have, like, Karn the Great Creator and Snaring Bridge, we're kind of screwed. Or if they have Kozilek's Command, we're screwed. But, you know, never not dead to Kozilek's Command. Oh. Binding. Not binding. I'm gonna hold on to the other Kavu. Oh boy. Not looking good for the home team. Let me know how it goes, DZ. I think the deck looks cool. Sire of the 7 ambulances. Ballista. Ballista for 3. Ow. Ow. We're so dead. I guess not, because I could triple block this thing. I just gotta go fetch a black source. I took a Sire off the table, chat. First time. Nobody's ever taken a Sire off the table before. Try to bid Inflage. We did not succeed on the bidding Flage front. So I can kill a Karn, play a Kavu, pass. This Ballista is going to be real big. I don't know if I have another play, though. Could have hasted Kavu and discarded the land, maybe, but I was just going to draw another land anyways. High 5, go. Oh, good. Oh, Kozilek's Command. Oh, Fireball. Okay. You know what? I saw a glimmer of hope when we took the sire off the table. Am I wrong for wanting to believe? Wanting to have an ounce of hope? Guess I'll take the weird tear also. Drop a fable. Colorless fireball. Here we are. Our hand's reasonable, but I'm not sure it's good enough. Only when you mod somebody, or when we mod somebody. You don't get to mod anybody, or be modded ever. This Fleshraker card doesn't get enough hate. Not running Tribal Flames is interesting. I get why. Because sometimes you just get flooded on Tribal Flames, you don't actually have any threats. But Tribal Flames is a pretty powerful card. Which of these do I want to play? I think it's the Kavu, actually. If I play the Kavu now, I can play the Scion next turn, hold up Leyline Binding also. Flames wins games. It can. There's also going to be some games where Fable's going to win that Flames would not. Like, Fable's looking quite a bit better than Flames here, I think. Mm-mm. Leyline in the guild pack loves me. I think we're pretty screwed. Yeah, Tribal Flames is kind of like doing the most damage, the most damaging move possible when playing Pokemon as a kid. You're not thinking of the other utility. You're just like push damage now. Rip Flage. You'll be missed. Clarion Conqueror. We did have it pretty good, didn't we? Oh, I can't even activate that. Oh, fuck. I forgot. Maybe I should have jump blocked the Clarion Conqueror. Hmm. I think I messed this up somewhere. Nah, you can't bind your own Conqueror. It's only opponent stuff. I think I messed this up somewhere, but we'll play Scion and pass. Okay, it didn't matter, but we definitely messed that up. Totally forgot it shuts off Fable. It's a combo deck. And it's pretty reasonable. Reveals 2x Devour. Always Tron. Never not Tron. Think we got a jam and hope for the best. Yep. Think I'll be taking 6 damage. Down to 9. Well, that was a good run. Back home to Jun. Maybe they have nothing else in their hand. Prediction time. That was not close. Is it 3 dash? Yes, no. Have fun. Hmm. I do then. Cycles Lorian. Grabs the Undercity Sewers. No turn 2 Bitter Blossom. Why are we here? Just to not have Bitter Blossom on 2? Remember when that card took over the modern format? Tails End. Nope, I'm not 50. Okay, come on. 50 is a little bit of an exaggeration, no? 50 was the price of a Bitter Blossom back in my day. The Power Creep version, Savory Blossom. You got paired into 2012 black-white tokens, Tangible Virtue, Spectral Procession, Fetid Heath. Sword of Feast and Famine as well was in that precon, I believe. That was like the most lit precon to buy back in the day because it came with the Sword of Feast and Famine, which was worth more than the entire precon. I would like to surveil. Sure. I think black white. There was another precon, wasn't there? Or was it just black white tokens? I'm trying to remember now. There's only one, right? Sounds correct to me. Yeah, I did have a fetch. I had like a Marsh Flats. Do I want this? Not really. I'm gonna put this on top. Doomwake! Thank you for the raid, my friend. Appreciate it. Hope you had a good stream. Force negation, pitching spell stutter sprite. Despair. Timeless, not a real place. Wait, Doom, were you playing Timeless today? Oh, no. Yeah, my opponent said they're playing Fairies. Man, I haven't checked in on Timeless in a minute, but I can't imagine there's anything nice going on in Timeless. 4 matches of Timeless in 6.5 hours. Holy schmoly. I guess I'm going to Binding the Subtlety. That's true, it does have Strip Mine over there. Format isn't about having lands. I've been so checked out of Timeless that I couldn't even tell you what's remotely good in Timeless anymore. The last time I played is right after they introduced Show and Tell into the format, and everybody was just going Show and Tell Atraxa with Assemble the team as like a tutor half your deck, find Omniscience, Show and Tell Omniscience, Atraxa, whatever. It was pretty toxic back then, even. Dark Rit, Demonic Tutor, Sorin, Alanda. Okay, but that sounds kind of sweet, no? It's the same now, but with Strip Mine. Or got a Ragster and the 2 Consigns and just run it. Mardu Energy with Lurus is good in Timeless. That makes sense. Hand's clunky. Keep. This hand is barely functional. Snap keep. I gotta give Fairies a chance. That's what the people would want. Doomstripper on his Boris opponent 3 turns in a row and lost to Guide Pride. Yeah, that checks out. I mean, if they have Spell Starter Sprite here, it's gonna look pretty good. My Ragster. Oh, this hand did not come together. This is a certified zoo moment. Put Strip Bite into Modern Cowards. Pass. In fact, I would like them to take Urza Saga out of Modern. Urza Saga and Kozilek's Command can go eat the biggest of dust. Man, our hand doesn't do anything. No, I think energy's kind of fine. I think I'm gonna bolt this thing and discard Flage. If they counter this, I'm gonna be kind of sad, but I can't really do much about it. We kept a really bad hand. All right, let's go to game 3. Not my best keep. No, I think energy's fine in the format. If anything, I could see trading something in energy. Like, I could see trading Goblin Bombardment for Amped Raptor. If they wanted to make that trade on the ban list. Or trading a Johnny for Amped Raptor. But I don't think the deck needs any more nerfs. It's pretty fine where it's at. I think Raptor was mostly just oppressive because of the ring. I don't know if Raptor itself was actually that oppressive. trade an Alakazam and a Blastoise for your Charizard. Make it a Venusaur and a Blastoise and you got it. Oh no, I messed up. I played the wrong land, chat. Alright, let's just play this Flage then. I'm gonna get Harbingered for this, aren't I? I should have played Kavu and then held up Stub. But I was supposed to play the Steam Vents. Alright, I didn't get Harbingered. Woo. When's PT Atlanta? 36 days. 37 days. 37 days. Clings the Flage. Feels bad, man. This would have been better as a spell piece here. If they push my Kavu, am I gonna try to protect it? Probably have to. I really got nothing else going on. Alright. We're gonna bolt this. Yeah, it was calculated. That's an accurate standing. Our opponent's on fairies. I don't know exactly how many fairies they're playing, but they're playing some number of fairies over there. Hey, Seneca, thank you for the prime of the 3 months. Appreciate it, Seneca. Thank you. Big Dragon. Big Dragon resolves. Yeah, I hope I get clicked. Hey, move that. Snap. Push. Oh, 07 Kavu. You'll be remembered a hero. Babale. Do you think they have flame? It's the Chump and Spell Stutter Spray. I think I should probably kill this Snapcaster Mage just so I don't get too mode flamed. Because if they rip 2 mode flame off the top, they can actually win this game. I hope fairies come back with Lorwyn. Mystical Dispute. I saw this Cling in their graveyard. Not sure it's too helpful for them. So they're going down to 4. We have no Tribal Flames to finish the game off, so we're going to have to win the fairway. Flashes in a Spell Stutter Spray. Finds a fetch, cracks a fetch. Gets a Swamp. Casts a Cling. They need like Fairy Temple. That would give you blue, but you can only spend it to cast a fairy. Would that even make fairies viable? Would it even make blue? It wouldn't let you cast Bitter Blossom if you made blue, though. Maybe it makes blue black. I'd probably have to make blue black, right? So that we can cast Bitter Blossom on turn 1. But I don't even know if that's gonna do anything to help fairies. Either way, congrats, believers. We 3-2.
Have you
Bing
peeked?
bong, bing bong, bing bing bong.
Have you peeked?
You're a third-rate duelist.
I can't take it anymore.